Thank you for joining us for another episode of Money Moves and Mindset. I have with me today the ex-NFLer. I was making fun of him early because I was going to wear this like burgundy kind of sweater. But since he played for, the Redskins, we ain't supposed to say that word no more. But the Commanders back in the day, I was like, man, I'm not wearing this. I'm wearing something totally different. I'm a Cowboy fan, Ant.
That's
okay. I can't do it, brother.
That's okay.
But now, welcome Anthony Armstrong, ladies and gentlemen. So, man, we're going to jump right into it, man. The work that you're doing with the league right now, how easy was that to, like, go into after playing in the league for so long?
Man, number one, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you allowing me to come on and join you. Getting to where I'm at, like doing the podcast and now covering the game, honestly, it wasn't that easy.
Yeah.
Because when you first get out of the game, my first year, I was the biggest hater. Oh, my gosh. If I saw a drop pass, hating on them.
You're like, man, I could have.
I could have caught that ball. I could have ran that route. If it was a special teams play, like I'm thinking about the rule, like I'm thinking of all of those things. Yeah. I could have done that. So the first year, I did not want to do anything with football. I was hating on everybody. The second year, I went in hiding. I didn't even watch football.
Wow.
I'm talking 12 o'clock Central. I'm out in the yard pulling weeds. I'm cutting grass. I'm doing anything but watch football. And then finally, year 3, I had some humility. And I was like, you know what? The game's passed me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get reconnected to it, and I knew it wasn't going to be by playing.
Right.
So it was fortunately by having podcasts and being able to cover the team that I played and reconnecting with the fans, and that really helped me with the identity. Yeah. There's an identity crisis when you go through that transition. And being able to reconnect was like, it let you know, hey, you still have that football connection. Not on the field. I don't got to get knocked out. Don't got to tackle nobody. But I'm still a part of it. And it's been very helpful, and it's been a big part of my life for the past 4 years now. So
that's amazing.
With Washington doing great, I'm in the right place at the right time. But it's also really cool to be able to connect with the fans.
Yeah, it's very similar. When I got out of the Air Force, I remember I burned all my uniforms. And now when I think about it, it was pretty stupid, but the reason why I did it is because, like you said, I just wanted to be totally done with it. I wasn't, you don't hate on the Air Force, but I just felt like I was like, that was a chapter in my life. I want to close it. But now I'm buying all the stuff again because I'm getting invited to things, and, I got to show up. They like, where all your stuff at, man? I burned it a long time ago. So, but talk about your journey, man, because when we sat down, I probably laughed for 45 minutes just hearing, like, how you actually got to the league, man. So talk about it.
Oh, wow. So it started
I'm laughing
out,
now even just thinking about it.
It's because it's crazy.
It is crazy.
People think, like, why you keep even playing?
Right.
But I went West Texas A&M, and about my part way through, I was like, I need to take this serious. Like scouts are showing up. Let me see what I can do with this football thing. But I ended up getting undrafted.
Yeah.
So they're common for D2 players. And they're like, hey, look, you have to basically dominate if you're going to, make that jump. I didn't really dominate. Plus, we were losing, so, didn't get a lot of attention. But I got an invitation to a rookie minicamp for the Atlanta Falcons. So they're like, come down and just see what happens. I'm going around meeting coaches, and we're about to step into the meeting room and get a tap on the shoulder. They say, you failed your physical, you got to go home. So I'm like, I just got here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? So they're like, you got to go home next morning, 5 a.m. flight back to Amarillo. So I'm depressed. I'm drinking, playing the game all day, and ended up playing flag football and was like, I can still do this. I took a punt to the house. I was like, I ain't never caught punts. I'm like, dang, I can still play. My legs tired, but I can still play. So I'm like, I'm going to give it a try. Turned down a job offer. Ironically enough, it was an insurance company in Fort Worth. I said, you know what? I'm going to pass on this. I'm going to go play football down in Odessa, Texas. So I joined the Odessa Roughnecks because actually I called the same scout from the Falcons that called me the first time. I said, hey, I'm healthy, but, bring me back down. They're like, nah, that's not how it goes. You need to get some tape, right? You need to actually go out there and show us that you can play. So that led me to go to Odessa. I drive down there. My car is packed full of stuff. And first day of practice, Cal. Turf rolled out in the parking lot. I'm talking in front of the stadium, We sitting in some parking lot. I'm like,
like they about to do a tailgate or
no,
something.
tailgate. I ain't know, fan kick competition. Like, was it Pat McAfee out?
Wow.
No, this was training camp. And I'm like, if I really want this, like, this is where I got to start.
Yeah.
So I go through that training camp, and I took a chance on myself. There was a time where we needed a holder, an extra holder.
Yeah.
I just ran out there and did it. And they're like,
Never held in your life?
no, never, never. And even the kicker asked me, he's like, you ever done this before? I said, absolutely not, sir.
Which way you need to go?
Yeah, he's like, man, just laces out. All I could think was Ace Ventura. I'm thinking laces out, man. I'm like, it's a 5-yard catch. Dude's throwing it between his legs. I can do this. Ended up making it work. Ended up being the holder the whole season.
Wow.
And
Opportunity.
So, man, jumped on it.
Yeah.
And so I told myself, I'm making like $200 a game. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to keep doing this, I have to graduate every year. Got to go up. So that next season, well, during the season, I should say, we went and drove up to Dallas to catch an open tryout. Some arena teams were going. They were trying to make a small team in, like, Florida. I ran 2 40s. I ran a 4.2, and then I turned some heads. Then I ran another 4.2, and that turned me into some business cards. They're like, hey, we're going to hit you up.
Yeah.
So we got some tryouts for Arena 1 teams. That turns into a 2-day tryout with the Dallas Desperados. And I'm like, what am I like? Like, literally the next week I'm supposed to report for an Arena 2 team.
Okay.
So this tryout happens. It's at Texas Stadium. And we were going against the Austin Wranglers, and they ended up saying, we're going to go ahead and sign you on the practice squad. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm
I ain't
moving
gotta worry about
I don't got to go up to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
I can stay here, stay in my mama's house. One step closer.
Yeah.
So that practice squad turns into an opportunity where I take a kick to the house. Then I'm on the starting roster the next season. That's 08, and there were rumors the league was going to fold. We were in the playoffs, and we ended up losing. And then right after that, my phone rings. It was a 954 number. I didn't know who that was. Ended up being the Miami Dolphins. So 3 years removed.
Yeah. Here you come.
Here I come again. They're like, we want to bring you down for a workout. So I'm like, cool, just let me know when. And it just was back and forth. I finally go down there for my tryout. I was on a vacation. I get down there, I'm jet lagged. I run my 40s, I run routes, but I'm very tired in between each rep, right? And so this flips into, like, hey, we like you, but we don't know. We got to sign other people first. So I'm like, send me back to my vacation.
Where were you on vacation, by the way?
I was up in Northwest. I was up in the Idaho area. So I was up in the Northwest.
On the other side of the country?
Yeah, I was getting in touch with nature.
Okay,
You know what I
all
mean?
right.
'Cause I didn't know what was coming up next, right?
Yeah.
So I'm up there, and on the way back, my flight gets canceled, my connecting flight. I stay overnight. I get up early. My flight goes to L.A. Off of that flight, my phone has a voicemail. The Dolphins are like, hey, we want to sign you.
Oh, my
You
God.
come back. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even at my final destination yet.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, well, when are you going to be there? When can you come back? I'm like, well, tomorrow. So I fly up there, get my stuff, fly back, connect all the way down. I get there. I have to text my friend, hey, I'm not coming back to Dallas. I just got signed with the Dolphins. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm moving to Miami. So I'm like, feed my fish for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Don't let Nemo die.
Don't let him die,
Yeah.
please. Like, I don't know when I'll be back, but I got training camp. It starts in 2 days. So I show up, do training camp, ended up making the practice squad, and that started it right there. I mean, 3 years removed, just being dedicated to the cause and to the dream, and I got up there.
That's important, man. And that's why I wanted you to share that story, because a lot of times guys that I'm working with, they think it's going to be a straight line to the league. They're going to play 10 years. They're going to win 3 rings, and then they go into the Hall of Fame. But as you said, man, it took you 3 years just to get back to being on a practice squad.
Yeah.
And then so after you do your thing on the practice squad, talk about how you really, like, bounce on the scene and end up, like, turn the league up.
Man, so that first practice squad year, I was glad to be on practice squad because the transactions were every week. They were cutting players, bring in 3 to try out for that other spot, send 2 home, sign 1. He's here for 2 weeks. So I'm like, it's safer to just be practicing, right? But I was paying attention to everybody and learning from pros and watching how to grow. Ended up getting cut that next year. Had a few more tryouts and got picked up in Washington in 2009.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the year, the Jaguars were trying to pick me up. And so generally you go from practice squad to active.
Oh, okay.
So it was going to be a pay raise, and you look at it being a better opportunity.
A little more stability, right?
You would think.
Yeah.
But, player personnel guy calls me over. He's like, look, Jacksonville probably going to change head coaches after a year. They're going to fire everybody. We doing it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we got the new GM. We know who's the coach. It was going to be the Mike Shanahan tree. And I was like, I could stay here, bet on myself in front of some people who don't know nobody, and I can battle with these guys. So I decided to do that. And I ended up tearing it up. We got Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to be his Deshaun Jackson here in Washington. And just every day in practices, OTAs, make a play.
Yeah.
Deep ball, make a play. Making big blocks, catches, just knowing what to do, taking advantage of all the opportunities, Cal. That flexed into making the roster. At the end of training camp, that fourth preseason game, that's the one where they don't put the vets in because they're like, all right, you good.
Yeah, we know what you could do.
Yeah.
Let's see what these young boys got.
So on the last day before the training camp, coach is reading, these guys aren't playing. Donovan, Clinton Portis, Santana Moss.
I remember that team.
Joey Galloway, all the expected names. And then they go Anthony Armstrong. And people are like, hey man, good job. And I'm like, no, I'm finna get cut. Like, I need this rep. I need to play. They're like, no, dude, you made it. And I was like, we'll see on Monday.
Right.
When it really clears. And then, came Monday. I was on the active roster.
Man.
I about cried. Called my
I know
mom.
you
She
did.
was like, you did it. You did it. And I was like, wow, I'm here.
How exciting was it to, like, finally get that bite of the apple that you had probably since 6 or 7, been playing ball. I'm going to play on TV one day. I'm going to play on Sundays. I'm going to be a professional, that kind of thing. Like, how satisfying was that, brother?
Man, at the time it was surreal.
Yeah.
Because then the very next thing was, hey, we got the Cowboys week 1. You know what I mean? So
I think y'all smoked us that game too. So.
We did beat you.
Yeah.
We did beat you. It was the game where it was like that last second throw, Romo to Roy Williams. Pass was broken up. And the cover of the Washington Post, they had Romo walking off. His head's pulling his helmet down. And in the back, you see this itty-bitty figure jumping in the air.
It's you.
It's me. I'm fist pumping. I'm hyped because I was in the Desperados organization.
Yeah.
They're owned by Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. So to me, it made sense.
Yeah.
This kid from Carrollton, I'm going to go play for the Cowboys.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, it had to go another way. So we got to
Did you
beat
grow
them.
up a Cowboy fan, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
I grew up wearing 22. Had the high top fade like Emmett. He played running back. So that was my team.
That's what's up.
So
man.
to go, all the way around to the rival, it was like.
And then to beat them.
I said, hey, that's how it be sometimes. You had your chance.
But you do end up coming to the Cowboys.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
You do end up coming. So was Romo still there?
He was.
When you came
he
through?
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What was that experience like?
So, that was cool. It was definitely on a different side of my career, being an older player, having been cut, felt the business of football. So it was more like workmanlike. It was just like, hey, tell me what you want me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, am I here to be the 3 and 4 veteran leader with some special teams, or do I really got a chance to compete? And then it still was one of those, you get caught up in the wash.
Absolutely.
Just the exit wasn't cool. I wasn't happy with that. Still don't like the head coach because I'm just like me and him. Like, I haven't seen him since, but I'm just like, the way that went down, like, that's kind of lame. It's just the business of it, but you got to take care of your draft picks and those who are coming up behind you. So you start to feel the business, and at that point I was like, look, let me buy a house. I want to know where I'm going.
Right.
I had at one point playing rent in 2 places, but I was living at my mama's house. You know what I mean? So it's like I had been cut in Washington, cut in Miami, And then I'm back in Dallas, so I'm like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Let me get a house. Let me find, start to think about the transition out of the game and set myself up for a strong future.
Yeah. So, like, when you were transitioning from the game, did you feel a responsibility? I know you said the first couple of years you were like, forget the league. But was there any feeling of responsibility to pour into the young guys? And the reason why I asked you this question is, I'm at TCU, right? So I do NIL at TCU. We have the hardest time trying to get players that have graduated recently to come back and like speak and do panels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to me, it's kind of like, I don't understand it, you know? So can you kind of give me a preview of what's going on there?
I think the first thing I remember saying this very, very adamantly, I was like, I don't think I could coach y'all like right now. One, personally, I'm still competing with you.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
Even though you're graduates, it's still like, it's
dog
still something
right?
like I'm competing with you. Like, it's as much of a team it is, it's still 15 receivers to start, but we're fighting for 6 spots.
Yeah.
I love you like a brother, but I got to
gonna show you how to
off you. No, but I'm going to give you the game, but you still not finna be better than me. Like, that's how I had to approach. That's how I approached it. Like, that's what Santana was like. I'm going to teach you everything. And it was that, him being open like that helped me have success, because I followed him. And we had 2 different – I knew he was going to be on the squad.
Absolutely.
I had to find my own lane. But at the end of the day, it's like, I love you, but I need this spot. And that just comes – that's how it comes down. But it takes a little bit – like I said, you kind of have to have that humility. You have to understand, like, I'm not in that position. I feel more responsible to pour into them now because I'm 43. I'm not finna take your spot. I'll joke about it, but they not finna call me. They did that with Phillip Rivers. They not doing that with me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll pull a hamstring. I would love to. Hey, please give me a game or 2 so I can get the insurance restarted. And
I'm his agent, so I'll take 10%.
Please, I need representation. I'll do that, but like now it's like, look, I've been through the things that you're going to go through, and let me pour into you. It's kind of hard to talk about it when it's very fresh. You probably haven't even processed it all the way, and they'll get to it. They have to live life a little bit so they can kind of come back. But I think it's first that point where you just feel a level of competition still, and
even though I can't go back to college and play, but it's just there, right? Because you've been doing it for so long. Yeah, I can dig that.
And I guess it depends, like, are they going from playing the game into, like, a totally different industry? Like, if you're going away from the sport and you don't have any of that team camaraderie, I feel like that's a big thing athletes miss. That's what I missed. I mean, even the corporate team, it ain't the same thing. Because a lot of folks don't like going to work. They don't like, you know what I mean? True. Let me go in here and put in my 40, my 9 to 5, and leave me alone.
Yeah.
But in the sports world, like, let me go to the locker room. That was our escape.
Out your dreams,
yeah, you got everything inside of it. Like, the feelings you get, I always say, you see folks drink a gallon of water. They say, if you drink 1 a day, you're good. Well, once you get out of sport, you don't get every emotion in one vessel. Like, you got to go over here for your competition. You got to join some rec league. Then you got to go over here for this, support, or over here to have a best friend. So you're trying to drink from 8 different spots. You may not get that same fulfillment. So when you leave that environment, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough to be solo. It's tough to try to find what a team is. But then also you learn that, like you say, the corporate team, that's a business. Right. You know what I mean? We a team. They try to say it's a family. I don't like that term. Yeah. Because families are dysfunctional. They are. But teams seem to work together past the differences. That's how I look at the two. They're like, we're a family over here. I'm like, yeah, I seen the drama. I can tell. You know what I mean? She don't like her. But y'all not going to do anything about it. A team will have the dysfunction, be like, hey, let's figure it out because the goal is this. And there's 2 different mindsets that come with that. So yeah, I've never heard it put that way. I don't know if I told you, I worked for the NFL Retired Players Association for a couple of years. Yeah. And, I sat down and talked with a lot of players. We did camps and all those kind of things. And I always tell people, when I tell people that, they always like, oh, man,
That's amazing. I said, honestly, it was the worst job I ever had, man. Because a lot of times NFL guys aren't cerebral like you. You know, when we sat down, we immediately hit it off. Because once you get past talking about football, it's kind of like, okay, what are we going to talk about now, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I never told you this, but when I was coming out of high school, everybody was like, man, you going to go pro, bro. In something other than sports. And so...
Took a pivot.
Yeah. Not go play sports, man. But no, let me ask you this, man. So, like, as you're coming out of the league, how small does your circle get? Because I imagine you got hanger-ons, you got people who just want to be around you because you're in the league, those kind of things. So, like, dealing with, you know, I'm sure you didn't have an entourage like most people do, but how small did your circle get?
Man, I can tell you, I'm blessed that I didn't have all the other people pulling and asking for money and everything. I've always kind of kept a small circle. Like, we call ourselves a 403. That was our street number of our duplex in college. Like, we were all roommates when I was with the Desperados, you know, and then we all kind of went our separate ways, but kind of still stay connected. Yeah, that's been my main circle, you know. So I never picked up a whole bunch of folks because I understood where I was trying to go.
Right.
And everybody I met, I'm still friends with people I've met along the way.
That's amazing.
In various capacities, they've all been successful. Maybe I don't know if it's just being around, but it's just like I'm here to support you with what you want to do. But like nobody's been like, hey man, let me get some money off you, or I need this, or you owe me this. Nobody's ever done that. So that's been very, very. I'm thankful to have that because I'm a nice guy, but I also you need to have that discretion where you can say no. But I was very aware of just the different scams and way people could get caught up. You know, wasn't trying to get involved in that. Yeah. It's a lot of trust thing too. I'm just like, I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know every city got its area. And I know I don't need to be in certain areas at a certain time. So let me just go on back home. Yeah. You know what I mean? So. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a homebody. You know what I mean?
No,
so
that's a good thing, man.
Really
Keep money in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So, did the league have a program when you were in that taught any financial literacy, or was it just here's the money, go figure it out?
Man, it's funny you say that. The financial meetings that they did have, they would have them like after practice. The NFLPA would come in, they would explain what your benefits were.
Okay.
And it's open for everybody. Yeah. But when you're dealing with, young kids, 22, 23.
Not thinking about life insurance.
And look, I'm going to go home, get on the game, right? Like, I just got this signing bonus. So there wasn't a lot of players in there. Right. It'd be like the specialists, and then, like, everybody was over 30. Okay. And I'm like, I'm not here this long. So I got in at, 24, 25. I'm like, okay, cool. I would be getting my second contract. I'm on the bottom of the roster. Yeah. I got to make the most of this. And so I found out you got 4 years to get vested. And so I was like, what does that mean? Say, you got to play for this many years. Say, okay, well, what's the average career length? 3.5 years. I said,
it's amazing, right?
I said, that don't add, that ain't enough. They said, make it enough. They said, make it enough. So I just learned that side of it. So that kind of helped me focus on saying there's a difference from being in the league versus being on an active roster and actually playing. Because a lot of kids are going to say, and this is about being specific with goals, if you say you want to go pro and play pro football, there's arena football, there's multiple levels of it, and they'll pay you for it. Technically, that's pro football. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong. I played on all those levels. But when I was playing pro ball in Odessa, that wasn't what I meant when I said I wanted to be a pro football player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 6 years old. I want to play pro football. I want to play for the Odessa Roughnecks. Shout out to them. Yeah. That wasn't what I meant.
That ain't what you meant.
Even when it was the Desperados and it was 25,000 in the AAC and it's hyped and we scoring touchdowns, that ain't what I meant. I meant in the NFL in front of 70, 80,000. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was the goal. So if anything, whatever goal you have, get so hyper-focused, tell them what you mean. Because, frankly, it's going to come true. If you're going to be lazy with it, you'll get the lazy answer. Yeah. You can't be like, this is where I want to. You said you want to play pro ball. There's a team. You did right there. Well, no, I want to go to the league. Okay, well, then if you want to go to the league, these are the requirements. You know what I mean? This is the level of focus. This is the dedication. And you just align with it. And that was what I did.
So your second act, man, you get out of the league and you're like, all right, what am I going to do? You end up going into real estate.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind that, and who was your mentor to get you there?
Idea was I thought I wanted to coach and teach until I opened the math flashcards and it was trigonometry. And I was like, I've never have ever done trigonometry. Like, I'm cool with math, but like me and fractions, like I'm good.
Yeah.
Inverse and crossing, type it in, 0.75. Give me the whole the easy fractions.
Right.
So trigonometry, I was like, I don't want to do that. But I saw the investing on they were flipping houses. And I was like, that seems interesting enough.
And this is right after the housing crash, right? So things are a little different.
About
09,
12.
10.
This
Okay,
was 12.
okay. So 12,
So
all right.
when I saw that, I was like, I should have bought a house in 08.
Well,
You know, when I got in the league, I would have considered that. Exactly, right? So if I would have bought a house back then, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I can see. So I was like, I could do that. And I've learned that I enjoy the coaching and teaching with clients, taking them from being green to being able to buy a house or even on the selling side. So I've enjoyed that. Initially thinking I was going to do the investing platform and roll that way. But really the interpersonal connections have been the biggest thing for real estate. But especially in our communities, owning a house and living in a house that's owned can completely change your trajectory.
absolutely.
If you live in a rental year after year after year, there's no stability. You know, the conditions may not be that great. The schools may not be that great. I mean, it just depends on your neighborhood. But the statistics have shown that this can be a very, very, determining factor of where somebody goes. And I enjoy being on the front end of that, knowing, hey, your parents bought you a house. Y'all can really do something with yourself here on out. So it's a big thing.
Yeah, understanding equity is something we talk a lot about. And ownership, owning something, man. So my greatest investment of all time, I bought a condo down the street from the Cowboy Stadium the year before they broke ground.
Nice.
Yeah, had a little. It wasn't insider information. They were actually. It was on the front of the Forward Star Telegram.
Yeah.
They were like, Jerry Jones doesn't want to renew his lease in Irving, and they're gonna go to Arlington. And so I immediately flew down that weekend and bought a piece of real estate, man. Changed the game for me. Like you said, the trajectory of my life. So what's next for you, brother? What do you want to do?
Man, just right now, continuing to pour into these young athletes. Coming up, I'll be speaking at the Black Student Athlete Summit.
Yeah, that's the joint in Oregon, right?
In Oregon, University of Oregon. So that's going to be fun. Never been out there. So get to see the Pacific Northwest. And
it's beautiful, man.
Go and connect and pour support into these kids and kind of feel like I'm getting pushed to an advisory coaching type of role, kind of helping folks navigate that space, the NIL space.
Absolutely.
Because now you're a pro.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just for, go get your degree. They don't even tell you what your degree is. They just say, starting receiver, NIL evaluation.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't tell you that they're a marketing major or they may not even have a major. I don't know.
Well, they technically have to have something on the books.
Okay.
But a lot of times when I'm meeting with them, I'm like, all right, so what are you here for? And they're like, to play football. I'm like, nah, that's not a degree plan, man.
You gotta take advantage of it while you're there. Like, that's halfway through school. I was like, man, I better get my paperwork. My mama is gonna kill me. Like, football,
League be damned,
football was like a dream. I was like, I better come out of here with some paperwork, if anything.
Yeah.
And so I buckled down and made sure I got my degree in marketing. So
that's what's up, man.
So I did finish that, but that's a big thing. Speaking is something that I'm definitely leaning more into. Obviously, still helping and serving in the real estate side, and but I'm all about helping people reach their dreams and being able to pour into folks and positively impact their lives.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted us to be able to connect, because what I do with NIL, it's one thing for someone who's an investment strategist, that's a professor, that vet. All of those things are great, but when you have someone who has been there, done that, played on the biggest field, been part of the alumni there at the NFL, those guys listen more. And so, I appreciate you because what I'm trying to do is build a holistic team so I can hit them wherever they are. Yeah. Last month during the draft, I think it was like 257 guys got drafted. Yeah. And I was thinking, man, we have more guys on our football team than that. So all these dudes think they're going, they think they're going to the league. It's not going to happen. So you got to prepare yourself for the next, the next chapter of your life. And so I appreciate you coming on board. So, man, as we close out, I normally ask some rapid fire questions, but I know you and I have an affinity for Michael Jackson. Uh-huh. And so what I wanted to ask you, have you seen the movie, by the way?
Nah, not yet.
Bro,
not yet.
You got to go see it, man. All right. Man, I was in the movie theater. If it wasn't that many people in there, I promise I would have got up and moonwalked. Yeah. Like, that's how electric the movie was. Okay. But what I wanted to ask you is give me your top 5 Mike Jack songs of all time.
Oh, my. Top 5
Yeah,
Mike
take your
Jack
time.
songs.
Take your time. We can cut it up.
Yeah, you're going to make me feel like I got to pull out a list. So I'm going to say in no particular order.
No order.
Because I know.
Yeah.
Smooth Criminal is one.
Okay, you like Smooth Criminal.
PYT.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
What is the one where he starts out whispering? He's like, I just want to talk to you. Rock with you.
Yeah.
Rock with you. Yeah, that one is a good one. It depends on how you're feeling if you want to go Human Nature. It depends on sometimes that'd be like a 6.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like Thriller gets worn out. You like it, but it's like all right, okay.
It's seasonal. Yeah. I can listen to it during Halloween time and all of that, but I'm not not just gonna be riding.
Not on a random Tuesday. It's 85 degrees out there
with the top down.
Like nah. There's some different vibes for that weather. So yeah, Smooth Criminal, Rock with You, PYT. Hold on, you have to have me look.
All right, gotta pull your phone out there.
Let me get some more references.
Yeah. You got a playlist. You going to your playlist? You got a Mike Jack playlist?
It's that first album is really the coldest one.
When you say first one, Off the Wall? First one by itself?
Off the Wall is the one. Having to pull up references.
Yeah, Off the Wall was...
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, and The Way You Make Me Feel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The Way You Make Me Feel. That one right there.
Nah, that's a great list.
That's how you gotta approach a woman. You know what I mean? That was all the way. Hey, pretty baby with the high heels on. You know what I mean? Give me fever. Like they can't resist.
Nah, they can't, man.
That's too smooth.
I'm gonna give you one that's on my list that you probably hadn't thought of. Butterflies.
Butterflies. With the flowetry and the flowetry. See, now that is a sneaky
check this out. Marsha Ambrosia, we saw Sunday, and she said that she wrote Butterflies when she was 15 years old for a guy that worked at McDonald's. I think his name was like Felix. I don't know what the guy's name, but she wrote that song at 15 years old. Wow. And all those years later, it ended up on Mike's, one of his greatest albums, if you ask me. Wow. But yeah, that was cool to hear, man. Damn. And then this the other one I was thinking of. This is a collab song. It depends on if you like the Beatles or not. The joint with Paul McCartney. The Girl Is Mine.
Oh, The Girl Is Mine. Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's a sleeper right there.
You catch that one. You don't skip through it when it comes on. You be like, yeah.
You say you don't skip through it.
I forgot about that.
And then the last one for me, I was just thinking about it. I lost it. Let me see if I can remember what album it was on. Michael Jackson. Oh, Billie Jean. Yeah, Billie Jean, man. Yeah. I was in Egypt. Pops worked for General Dynamics, so we were all over the place. We were in Egypt, and we had heard about Michael Jackson's, he did that at the Grammys. And so, shout out to my pops, man. I don't know how he got a VHS tape sent, in 2 days, but it was the weekend, and he said, hey, I got something for you. And so I go in there, and man, I'm telling you, the feeling that I had when I saw that black man up there rocking that thing, and then when he moonwalked, man, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. Here and out. But yeah, you got to go check the movie out, man.
We got to go check the movie out.
So tell folks where they can find you, man, and tell about the Washington Washington Commanders podcast. We'll let you do it.
Fair enough. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can check me out. All my social medias is Rated Armstrong, at Rated Armstrong. Kind of like rated PG-13, but Rated Armstrong. So if you want to know how to spell that, you can check out my speaking at AnthonyArmstrongSpeaks.com, MCing, keynote speaking, doing a lot of things that way. Real estate site is agentarmstrong.realtor. Man, I'm all over. Oh, and the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to talk about that?
I don't want you to, but I'm allowing you to.
It's the Believe in Commanders podcast over there on any of your favorite podcasting networks. Plus, you can catch me on the Locked On Podcast Network on the Commander Squad show as well. So I'm here and there. I'm everywhere. If I just show up on your screen one day, just click the ad for me because I paid for that place.
That's right. That's right. Hey, go back and watch his highlight film, man. He was that dude, y'all. I hated seeing him in the Redskin jersey doing all of that good stuff, man. But I got to give it up to you, brother. You were fast. You were fast. Dion ran a 4.2, didn't he?
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
What you run now?
Fast enough. I don't have to race, thankfully. I've been telling myself to train for one. So you never know. I may just text you one day and be like, 4.5, man.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say text me to race. I was like, nah.
No. I don't want
I'm an 8.2. I'm an 8.2. I'm telling you now.
Nobody get hurt.
Hey, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We'll see you on the next episode. Think and Grow Rich.